Step right up and take your best shot. That's exactly what the best compound archers in the world were doing all week at Yuanshen Stadium in the People's Republic of China. The weather, a big factor in what has become a very soggy Shanghai where everyone just goes about their business. And that's what these world-class athletes have learned to do as well. All eyes on the prize, not to mention those targets standing 50 meters away. Of course, they better be zoned in. Stage 1 in Shanghai is just the first step down a long road to the World Cup finals in Paris. Many of our sport's biggest stars were in Shanghai for Stage 1, including Italy's Marcella Tonioli. Of course, the Koreans who've been so dominant and boast a pair of Olympic gold medalists came to China with great expectations. The same could be said, of course, for the vastly improved team from India. And of course, the American squad, which included Erica Jones, one of the top competitors in compound. We begin our recap with highlights from the women's team gold medal match on a misty morning in Shanghai. A light rain falling and a stiff breeze blowing on the River Boulevard, the site once again for our scenic Stage 1 venue. The lineup for the Americans: Jamie Van Atta, Erica Jones, and newcomer Carly Cochran. Van Atta, the gold medal winner at the World Cup Finals in Tokyo last year. Erica Jones, the gold medal winner 2 years ago at the World Cup Finals in Istanbul. In this match, the USA will be facing some fresh faces from a Korean team blessed with a vast reservoir of talented athletes, all just waiting for their chance. Here in China, their lineup includes Choi Bo-min, So Jung-hee, and Sok Gi-hyun. As the clouds close in and the rain picks up, we pick up the match as it heads to the fourth end, the Koreans holding a commanding 13-point lead. Are the winds of change about to begin blowing? Well, Jamie Van Atta certainly hopes so. She sticks a 9. And Carly Cochran follows up with a shot that's just about dead center. That inspires Erica Jones, who follows Carly Cochran's lead and nails another 10. A comeback in the making? Only if the Koreans comply. So Jung-hee responds with a 10. Meanwhile, Sok Gi-hyun matches that score, and Korea maintains a 13-point cushion. At this point, to have any chance at all, the U.S. team has to shoot 10s from here on out. But Van Atta is just off to the left. And so is the 20-year-old newcomer Carly Cochran. Erica Jones takes the clock down to just 2 seconds before releasing her shot, which also ends up in the 9 ring. So it's a total of 216 points for the Americans, who realize full well that their fate is now out of their hands. The Koreans, who are starting to put more emphasis on compound, are intent on closing out the match, and back-to-back bullseyes, well, they shut the door on America's gold medal hopes. Choi Bo-min's final shot, giving Korea a very comfortable 15-point margin of victory. Now, this is a significant victory, as it is Korea's first ever team gold medal in compound at a World Cup event. As it turned out, this was just a sign of things to come for Korea this weekend at Stage 1 in Shanghai, as this powerful team would end up taking home more medals than any other country.
너무 기쁘고요. 처음 나와서 좋은 성과 거둬서 앞으로 더 잘할 수 있을 것 같은.
First of all, it was a big pleasure for us to be here because it's the first time we competed in a World Cup stage, and this will give us some confidence to shoot better in the future. We didn't get nervous in these weather conditions because we practiced a lot in Korea in conditions just like this. During the last national team selection tournament in Korea, the weather was like this, so this didn't bother us today.
당황하지 않고 잘 한 것 같아요.
As for the Korean men, they spent the week leading up to the medal matches competing in the ranking and elimination rounds at Yuanshen Stadium, where everyone had to get accustomed to shooting in the rain and the wind. There was plenty of time to compare notes and talk strategy, and then go back to the shooting line and see if those strategies would work. The ones who figured it all out and scored well were well prepared for the conditions awaiting them back on the banks of the Huangpu River. Back at the Huangpu River, Dr. Erdner, the head of the World Archery Federation, on hand to take in the competition in the compound men's team gold medal match. The Americans shooting for gold once again under slightly improving conditions from those their female counterparts had to contend with earlier in the day. Rio Wild, Roger Willett Jr., and Braden Gelantine look like they mean business, well aware of the challenge posed by their competitors from Italy. Led by Sergio Pagni, who's teamed up with Luigi Dragoni and Mauro Bovini. We will jump ahead in the match and join the competition after 3 ends of play. The United States leading by 9, 178 to 169, with just 6 more arrows to shoot. The rain, well, it hasn't dampened the spirits of the spectators or the Italian team. Dragoni puts his shot in the center, giving Italy a good start. And Mauro Bovini follows suit. The southpaw, Sergio Pagni, shooting from the left side, scores a 9, and Italy's fading hopes, well, they're still alive. But Rio Wild, perhaps the most dominating compound archer in the world last summer, intends to snuff out whatever hope the Italians might be still entertaining. And Rio gets a lot of help from Roger Willett Jr., who won a gold medal at the World Cup finals 2 years ago in Turkey. Braden Gelantine, who captured his first World Cup gold medal last fall in Tokyo, of course, also lends a hand. Of course, the Italians have their pride, so there's no letting up. Dragoni drills another 10. And Bovini follows up with a bullseye. And Sergio Pagni, a 2-time gold medal winner at the World Cup finals, makes it 10-10-10 for Italy. The Italians never giving in, finishing strong. All the U.S. has to do, though, is score 21 points on the final 3 shots, and the gold medal is in the bag. After Rio does his part, Roger's just a tad off target, so it comes down to Braden Gelantine, who basically just has to hit the target for an American victory, and Braden goes above and beyond with a bullseye. A fitting end for this match as the United States winds up winning the gold medal by the final score of 236 to 228. Despite giving back a point in the 4th and final end, the margin of victory winds up being 8 points, and 8 is enough for Rio, Roger, and Braden Gelantine.
We got off to a good start. I mean, after the first end to have 6 points, kind of let you relax and shoot good shots. I mean, it was a good match, and I mean, when you got good shooters on your side, it's nice to have.
The compound bow, all their matches and all their qualification is held at 50 metres. So they don't do the 4 distances like the recurve bow, they just do 1 distance. That might sound simple, but it's not. It's harder to hit the 10, and you've got to do it more often. Compound archers, they have to shoot 72 arrows at 50 metres. So for our compound archers, they also get a chance to shoot in our iconic venue. So they'll contest for the prize money, for the medals, and also for the world ranking points to progress to the grand final in Paris. Compounds will shoot 15 arrows, and whoever gets the highest score then wins. So after the medal matches and the medals have been awarded, athletes are awarded gold, silver and bronze and 4th position. And the remaining athletes that ended up 5th to 8th, they are ranked according to the points that they scored in their quarter-final matches. So after the top 8, all the remaining athletes are then ranked according to the round that they were eliminated in. So for example, if you lost in the 1/8 elimination, you will be given a final position of 9th.
Chris Marsh and his crew doing a marvelous job of managing the first outdoor event of the season here in the People's Republic of China. With a compound bronze medal match, Well, it had Russian fans on the edge of their seats, and that's because their hero was center stage. 29-year-old Albina Loganova, ranked number 1 in the world in women's compound, was about to take on the up-and-coming Carly Cochran, a 20-year-old newcomer from the United States. Albina off to a great start in 2013, winning 3 of her first 4 matches, but she's never gone up against Carly Cochran before. Of course, Ms. Cochran's never been to a World Cup event before, and here she is in the bronze medal match, about to try and match shots with one of the biggest stars and biggest names in this sport. Cochran, in her first year on the U.S. national team, not highly ranked, but that will change after this match, win or lose. Due to time constraints, we will join this match after the first 9 arrows, with the veteran from Russia holding a 4-point advantage. Cochran showing a great deal of composure and doing well to stay this close to Loganova. Carly's first shot of the 4th end in the 9 ring. Albina not able to take advantage and build her lead, which stays at 4. Back to Carly Cochran, whose eyes are wide open but blinks as she shoots an 8. This time, Albina does take advantage, and the lead is up to 6. Cochran shows she's up to the challenge, shows a lot of composure. A tough competitor, Carly answers with a 10 of her own, and when Albina slips back into the 9 ring, she gives back a point, and the American is within 5 of the lead with 3 arrows to go. Loganova's in control, leading it 115 to 110. But Albina's been around long enough to know anything can happen. Cochran keeps the pressure on. Her first shot of the 5th end is right where she wants it. Now Albina's got a few points to play with, and she gives another one back after shooting an opening 9. On the other hand, Carly can ill afford to shoot anything but 10s. That 9 won't help her. On the other hand, Loganova can't afford to shoot 9s at this point because with 1 arrow left in the quiver, she still has a 4-point advantage. On the last shot of the match, she'll always remember, Carly Cochran's composure slips just a bit, and that 6 means Albina only needs to score 3 points to win the bronze medal, and Albina Loganova can do that with her eyes closed. Just to be on the safe side, she kept them open, scored an 8, and closed out a well-played match by both of these world-class archers. It might not have been her best shot of the day, but she got what she needed, and she came away from stage 1 in Shanghai with not just a medal, but those all-important World Cup points she'll need to qualify for Paris. For Carly Cochran, an impressive, encouraging debut. Back in September, it was a different story as Honda Yumiko shocked Albina and everyone in Japan by defeating Loganova in the first round of the World Cup Finals in Tokyo. Eventually, Christy Collin of the U.S. would put an end to the Cinderella story as the Pride of Pennsylvania captured the bronze medal. In the gold medal match, the spotlight was on another American, Jamie Van Atta, and Britain's Danielle Brown. One of the top para-Olympic archers in the world, Brown was a last-minute invite to Tokyo, and she took full advantage, pulling off an upset of her own to reach the gold medal match against the powerful American who'd already won a gold at a World Cup Finals once before. Of course, that was then, and this is now. Fast forward, and we're back in China getting ready for the compound women's gold medal match here at the River Boulevard in the financial district of Shanghai. And Korea's Sok Gi-hun means business. She's already won a gold medal in the women's team competition, and the 23-year-old, ranked 47th in the world, is back to see how much she can improve her position in the world standings. With a one-loss record of 3-1 so far this season, she's also won the only head-to-head meeting with Erica Jones of the United States, who's thinking about picking up a gold medal now to go along with the silver medal she acquired in the women's team finals.
Start off right, Erica.
Those targets standing 50 meters from the shooting line where we join the action after 3 ends. It's too close to call at this point with the Korean leading by just 3 points. Since she's trailing, Jones shoots first and she shoots a 9. Solid, but not the 10 she needed, especially after Sok Gi-hun puts her arrow on the line for a 10. The lead jumps to 4, which means Erica must answer with a 10 of her own. Consider it done. Now the ball is in the Koreans' court, and she comes through with another bullseye. No let-up on the pressure on Erica, but she's been here before and comes through with another shot in the center ring. Will Ms. Sok give back a point or two and provide an opening? The answer is no. It remains a 4-point lead with 3 arrows to go. The crowd seems to be enjoying the action, but Erica Jones not quite as pleased to be in this situation. Erica keeps battling and puts 10 more points on the scoreboard. Now she needs a little help, and she gets a bit of a break as this 9 drops the lead down to 3 with 2 arrows to go. The Americans' next shot is touching that line, so they'll give her another 10 points, which keeps the pressure on Sok Gi-hun. Pressure? What pressure? Her shot's dead center. As Erica Jones straddles the line for the final time, she's hoping to keep the heat on her Korean counterpart. But on this day, Sok Gi-hun proves she can handle the heat. The 23-year-old from Korea closes the match in style with a great shot and is obviously overjoyed by what she's just accomplished. In her very first World Cup appearance, she not only wins a team gold medal, she wins the women's gold medal and hauls home a lot of hardware from stage 1 of the Archery World Cup in Shanghai. Sok Gi-hun winning the gold medal by 4 points, 147 to 143. Erica Jones goes home with her second silver medal of the day.
너무 많이 지금도 아직 긴장이 돼가지고.
I'm still very nervous about the competition, but at the same time, I'm so happy about the victory, winning a gold medal.
흥분하지 않고 잘 게임을 마칠 수 있었던 것 같아요.
So let's check the standings for women's compound after the first stage here in Shanghai. Sok Gi-hun picks up 25 points. Erica's got 21 points. Albina Loganova has 15, and Carly Cochran of the U.S. nets 15 World Cup points. A good start to the season for those young ladies. Picking up some points and some cash is on the mind of the guys competing in the men's bronze medal match, which happens to be an all-American affair here in China. Rio Wild, fresh off a gold medal performance in the team competition, is first on the scene, all set and ready to go. The number on Rio? Impressive. Number 1 in the world, competing since 1995. He's pulling 50 pounds. Meanwhile, on target number 2, America's Dave Cousins, a 36-year-old veteran who's been on the national team since 1998. He's drawing back 60 pounds on his bow, which has helped him build a one-loss record of 6-2 here in 2013. Cousins also averaging well over 9 points per shot and looking for his first win ever in head-to-head meetings with his countryman Rio Wild. This would turn out to be one of the more closely contested matches of the day. We fast forward to the start of the fourth end, Rio leading by 1, so Cousins shoots first and shoots well. Then again, so does Rio Wild.
Good shot.
Cousins well aware he needs to stay in the 10 ring, and he does. Then again,
9, 8, 7.
so does Rio Wild. But when Dave Cousins is just a little bit off center with his final shot of the fourth end, that opens the door for the Wild man, who can give himself a bit more breathing room. But that wouldn't be as interesting, would it? Rio keeps things interesting as he keeps the lead at 1. 1 end left to go, 3 arrows left to shoot, and there's just 1 point separating these two teammates. In a situation like this, Dave Cousins has to close the match with 10s across the board on his final 3 shots. But he misses the mark on his first attempt. And this time, Rio Wild isn't about to be quite as generous. That arrow sticks the middle of the target, and the lead now stands at 2 with 2 to shoot. Cousins recovers with a bullseye, but he can't count on Rio to let down. And he doesn't.
Nice one. Good job.
So this shot, this 9 on the final shot, seemingly seals the fate of Dave Cousins, and even if it did not, Rio Wild does, as he closes out the match with a string of 10s and gets the bronze medal with a 3-point victory. It was close from start to finish, but when the smoke cleared, it's Rio Wild who gets to strike the pose and assume the victory position. The final score at the River Boulevard, Rio Wild grabbing the bronze medal, outscoring America's Dave Cousins 146 to 143. Rio taking home 2 medals from Shanghai after winning a gold medal in team competition as well. Before we go to the highlights from the gold medal match, let's rewind a bit and go back to Tokyo in September, the World Cup finals and the bronze medal match in Japan between the Dutchman Peter Elzinga and Mexico's Julio Ricardo Fierro, who needed a 9 on his last shot and got a 10, which got him the bronze medal. That was the prelude for the men's final, where Rio Wilde and Braden Gelantine were both after their first gold medal at the World Cup finals. It was another seesaw battle between two of the best in the business, Gelantine needing a bullseye on the final shot to beat his teammate, and a bullseye is what he got. After settling for silver at 3 World Cup finals, Braden finally breaks through and wins the gold medal in Tokyo. Of course, this is a what have you done for me lately kind of world, and in World Cup archery, the only thing that matters is what you do today. Back in Shanghai now for the men's gold medal match, which finds Denmark's Martin Damsbo back in the gold medal match for the first time in 3 years. The Great Dane comes in 3-1 on the year, averaging almost 10 points per shot. He defeated Peter Elzinga, Sergio Pagni, and Rio Wilde just this week alone to reach the finals here in Shanghai. The prize for having done all of that? A chance to face Braden Gelantine, who's already won gold medals in the men's team and mixed team competition. The 27-year-old, ranked second in the world, is after a clean sweep here at stage 1, and he's also after a little payback after having lost his only head-to-head match with Damsbo. The camera lenses here along the River Boulevard a little bit foggy, but Braden's head is clear and focused on the task at hand. Needs to be. After 6 arrows, Gelantine's got 59 points. Over on target number 1, Martin Damsbo also has 6 points. So it's a horse race here on the banks of the Huangpu River. First shot, third end. Martin Damsbo to take it. And Damsbo drills it, which means Braden's got to match Martin shot for shot.
Yep, great shot.
Mission accomplished. Here's where the match starts to turn. Damsbo is just off center with that shot, and Braden's got a chance to forge ahead in the match, which he does, grabbing a 1-point lead. Damsbo will recover, but the damage has been done.
Yep, good job. Right.
Look at the grouping by Braden Gelantine. All 4 arrows in this end, all within centimeters of each other. So the score goes to 89-88 after the third end, and the fourth end will not start out well for Martin Damsbo. Picking up the action right here, Damsbo a little bit low with that shot. By the same token, Braden Gelantine does get off to a great start, and that puts pressure on Damsbo, who is his own worst enemy at this point. He finally gets back into the 10 ring, but Gelantine knows how to go for the jugular, and with a trio of 10s in this fourth end, Braden Gelantine will have a 3-point advantage heading down the home stretch of this gold medal match. With 12 arrows in the books and 3 left to shoot, Martin Damsbo has to climb a mountain as high as the Himalayas. The Dane will keep dueling, though, and try to keep hope alive. Damsbo doing that with a 10 to start the 5th end. But there's no let-up for Braden Gelantine.
Yep, right there.
On the next to last shots, both of these marksmen will be just off the mark.
It's all right.
So Braden's unable to pad his lead. Damsbo taking aim at finishing the match on a high note, and yet he still leaves Gelantine facing the enviable situation of needing only an 8 to get the victory. Forget about an 8. Gelantine goes for all the gusto and gets it. A near-perfect score on what turns out to be a perfect day for the defending world champ. It's a clean sweep for Braden Gelantine of the U.S., who takes home 3 gold medals. Gold in the team competition, gold in mixed team, and gold in the men's competition. Congratulations as well to Martin Damsbo, who gets the silver as he comes up just 3 points short in this showdown with Braden Gelantine.
Today's been a wonderful day. I've won medals in the mixed team round, and now individual, and it's been wonderful. I haven't done this since the university games back when I was a junior in college, so it's been a while. Feels really good.
Something else that feels really good for Galantine? Those 25 World Cup points he acquired on this trip to the Far East. He'll head to Antalya atop the standings, followed by Martin Damsbo, Rio Wild, and Dave Cousins, all in hot pursuit. We'll see where things stand in just a few weeks. Next stop, Turkey on the 2013 Archery World Cup Tour.